Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Sorry for being away for so long, but I did the kiss figures for my uncle and I finished those up back at the beginning part of June, and I gave them to him and he was just ecstatic. He just thought they were just awesome. It just blew him away. And since then I haven't really done anything. I just really haven't had the mojo to get anything done until just here within the last week. I've been going back and forth of what I want my next project to be, and I was up in the air about it. I started working on a Battlestar Galactica Viper, but I wasn't liking the way it was turning out, so I shelved it. So this next project I've got, it is the 650 scale Enterprise E, and I am doing this in the Star Trek Nemesis version. I picked up this kit back in the early part of 2018. If you're familiar with it, I'll show you. We'll go over the parts here in a little bit. For those of you, you know who I got it from. I'm not getting in the middle of all that, but this is going to be my next project. It's probably going to be, I'm going to take my time with it. It's probably looking at probably about 10 months from now until next May, because I'd like to have it finished and to take to Wonderfest next year. I like this to be the project that I'm going to take to Wonderfest. Right now I'm in the process of getting reference photos, things of that sort. I still need to locate accurate colors for the ship. If anybody knows who I can get in contact with to maybe make a photo etch shuttle bay for this kit, because it is big enough to where you can actually have a shuttle bay in there, and I like to have one in there. I got the painting mask from Lou Maso. I'm not really going to open up and show those because it's just an all yellow sheet and you're not going to be able to make out any of the different things that are on it. The lighting kit I got from Big Easy Modeling Solutions right along the time I got the model. I got all those out of the box, and we'll go over what all those components are for. I guess that's about it. Let's see. Yeah, I think that's about it. So what we'll do now, I'll take you and I'll show you the part. We'll go over the parts pretty quick. I don't want this to be a real long video, and then we'll go from there. So hang tight and I'll be right back. Okay guys, welcome back. Here's the kit. Try to step back a little bit. And there's the saucer, top and bottom. Over here we have the pylons with the wires that are already made through them for lighting. Here is the secondary hull. And let's see if I can't. Sorry for the shakiness of the camera, but my tripod took crap. So here is one nacelle and the other nacelle, and here is the front Bussard scoop. It's molded in clear. Here is the top of the nacelle, which is also molded in clear for more lighting easier. The nacelles themselves are cast in opaque resin, and the rest of the secondary hull and the main saucer section are in clear resin. You also get these other pieces with the kit as well. This piece is a clear lifeboat piece. This is a clear piece that goes above the shuttle bay, and this is a clear bridge section. But the bridge is already clear in here, so I'm not going to be bothered cutting it out. I can just mask off the windows and they'll be lit. What you get in clear, you also get in opaque. The bridge, or the Captain Jot. Excuse me, brain freeze there. You also get the top of the shuttle bay, and you also get another. You get a bridge that's solid, and you get the little greebly pieces. Sorry about that, guys. Little greebly pieces there. There's an extra phaser strip. You also get the some photo edge for the impulse engines, the shuttle bay, the piece above the shuttle bay, the sensor dish, main deflector, and these are the pieces over here. I'm not going to go over the, I'm not going to pull out the painting mask like I said, but we will, I'll pull out the decals. And the decals are excellent decals. I'm very impressed with the decals. Here's one page. And then we have another page. And the last page. We have 3 pages of decals. So right is left, left is right. I keep forgetting that. So those are the decals. They're pretty nice decals too. I can't remember who made these. These are the decals that come along with it. Now, as of course with any resin kit, you're going to have your blemishes and your whatnots, and you're going to have to fill and sand and putty and all that, but I'll know more about that detail once I get some primer on it. But first, I'll be giving it a bath in soapy water tonight, let it dry overnight, and then I'm going to come back starting on tomorrow, and we'll be working on masking the windows. And there are a ton of windows. And then I'll be placing on the mask on the outside and on the inside also for the windows, so that way I can paint the inside the primer than the white to reflect all the light that goes into this kit. If you're familiar with Simon Merckx, Papa Smurfs over there at the Kit Factory, he did a project of this like in 2011, I believe it was, and I've been studying his videos on that for the last week or so, and be using some of his techniques that he did, except for the armature, which I almost forgot. You do get they did design an armature for this that goes into the secondary hull. It's pretty good. It'll fit in there nicely. You shouldn't have any problem blocking any of the light for the windows. So that is it for this kit, for this right here. I like it overall. I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it's got it, like I said, it's got its blemishes and stuff, but nothing that like putty and sanding won't fix. This is one of the Holy Grail kits that when I watched the Simon's video years ago, I was hoping that somebody would put this out again, even though if it was just for a short amount of time, and I was able to get it, and I was able to get it, and I'm so happy. I've never spent so much money on a model in my life, but it is mine, and I will be taking my time doing this up. So hold on just a second, and I'll take you back over to my desk, and we'll show you the lighting components. Alright guys, we're back here over at my desk, and like I said, I got the lighting kit from Big Easy Modeling Solutions. It's the 40-inch Sovereign it's the Commander Captain series. You got two, well, you've got we'll go over the boards first. I'm not going to be taking them out of the packaging yet, but you get the commander board, the captain board, the special FX board, and the Neo pixel strip for the phasers. And I think, if I think what I think this is, I can't remember. This actually gives you a phaser effect on the top of the saucer. So I have to be mindful of getting that in there and getting it in there correctly. But these are the boards. You also gives you plenty of extra wiring to start getting it all wired up. And these are the LED strips for the interiors. They're both of them. They're 3mm LED strips. And he even, you know, it's great. He even puts on the package what each one of these are. So, here is the 300 ohm resistors for the nav lights. Gives you the 3mm red nav lights and the Bussards, and the 3mm red impulse engine lights in that bag. Gives you the 3mm blue for the torpedoes. And there's, oh, I know, quantum torpedo, not the regular torpedoes. This here bag is for the 3mm white strobe lights and the registry floodlight, which will be added on it also. You got the 3mm nav green lights for this one. You got the Warp Girl, the blue LED strip for the Warp Girls. And of course, you know, once you put those in there, that light's going to have to be diffused so you don't see any hot spots, and I've already got what I'm going to do figured out for that. Here's the 3mm amber for the deflector dish that you get. And the last bag has got your switches in it. One switch for the interior dimmer, to where you can actually turn the lights down to bring it back to have it in scale. Then you also have the switches for the warp, phaser, torpedo sound. And so I'm glad all those come in. And our push button. My display base, I've got my idea on that. I wanted to have it put on a display base, but the top of this display base is going to have the master LCAR screen of the Enterprise E, and then in the front it'll come down at an angle and it'll have like control panel like you see on the movie, and a couple of those buttons. I'm going to have these buttons back behind it, the backlit film of it, and then when you press it, it'll activate whatever it is it's supposed to activate on the ship, like for the interior dimmers or for the main power, the warp and all that. And I'm going to try to also have it to where when you do push the button, it does that for the lights, but it also makes the sound as you push the button. So it'll make a sound like you've actually hit a control, like you was on the ship. And that's my plan for the base. And I've ordered some Panavices for this project, so I would be able to use them and be able to tilt the once the ship is mainly together, to tilt it in different directions to paint it. Also, if anybody, I found a article, or I found something in a forum group that was from back in '97 with Rick Berman explaining what colors they use, and they were the Pantone colors that the professional artists and graphic artists use. And so, but that version, it was for the First Contact movie, and this is going to be, my version is the Nemesis, and I like that version of the ship. I actually liked the movie. I know a lot of people didn't like it, what have you, but I rather enjoyed it, and I like the ship. there's not very many subtle. The changes they made on the ship were just some color variations and a couple more photon torpedo launchers. That's what they did, and they raised the nacelles up to a little bit. That I'm not going to do. I'm going to leave the nacelles the way they are on this ship because I don't want to go into messing with all that. And but if anybody has any idea of what the main colors of the ship are supposed to be, please leave me a message or whatever, and I'd greatly appreciate it. But I'm going to still try to find out what colors they've used. And also, if somebody, once again, if anybody knows somebody that would be able to do a photo etch shuttle bay and decals to put over the photo etch, I would greatly appreciate it, because I think it would look really badass with a lit shuttle bay. And I think, excuse me, I think I might be able to go to Federation Models, and I think I might be able to find some shuttlecraft that are in scale with that, and get them in there. And if you hear that noise, that is one of my beagles out in the backyard. She's barking at somebody, so hard telling what that is. That's it, guys. Thanks for watching. Sorry it took so long to come up with another project, but you know, you gotta take a break every once in a while, and we're still trying to do some stuff around the house and get things done. But I am taking my time on this. This is going to be a long-term project, like I said. I estimate it to be done by May of next year. I'm not going to rush this. I'm going to go over every centimeter of this ship with a fine-tooth comb to make it as perfect as I can get. It's not going to be perfect. There's no such thing as perfect. But until the next update, thanks for watching, guys. And if you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, as always, feel free to leave them. I enjoy hearing from everybody, and I will be making regular updates on this project. And it may, you know, I may not have nothing for a week or two because I still work my full-time job. I'm off 3 days a week, so I have more time to devote when I'm off, but I also still got to be able to do, you know, your duties around the house. So that's it for now, guys. Thanks again, and until the next update, be safe, and we'll see you.